all the whole Remy and Pap situation, none of it was true?
I don't have nothing to do with that.
Okay.
I have been open in all my relationships that I've had.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
Well,
I mean,
look.
I probably have 4 boyfriends online.
Just, I don't know.
I don't know.
They're both
man.
nice.
They both
but
nice.
it would have to be new lyrics now. Right? Because Joe can't keep doing Pump It Up.
Remy Ma is really out here keeping Papoose locked down against his will. Why is this man practically begging for a divorce? And Sis still won't set him free. It's gotten so bad that Clarissa Shields was ready to step in the ring, throwing hands and elbows, literally, just to knock some sense into her. And listen, this ain't just about love. Word on the streets is that Papoose might just be eyeing that alimony check. But let's not act like he didn't hold Remy Ma down while she was sitting in that cell, keeping her name alive the whole time. Now that she's out here stacking her paper and getting real cozy with Easy the block captain, who, by the way, already swapped her out for 2 younger chicks, Remy still ain't trying to let Papoose walk. Y'all, this whole thing is getting wild, and Clarissa Shields ain't here for it. So let's get into it. Clarissa Shields has been out here showing big love for her man, Papoose, in the cutest way. Just the other day, she popped up on IG with a birthday post that had everybody talking. She said, "Oh man, happy birthday, King Papoose. So grateful for your life, your laugh, your music, your guidance, your love. You are truly one of one. I pray God blesses you with many more years, and even quicker hands, because today you're getting all your birthday punches. Love you. Happy birthday, Papoose." That was cute. Not her throwing birthday punches, though. Because let's be real, those might actually hurt. But Clarissa Shields? Oh, she's all the way locked in. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Papoose still ain't put a ring on it, even with all this gossip floating around. And why is Remy Ma out here playing keep away with those divorce papers like it's a game? But let's be real, it ain't. Papoose has been trying. This man has been out here telling folks he's been asking for this divorce not just once or twice. Nah, he said he's been pressing her about it multiple times. But Remy Ma? Sis is just out here stirring the pot every chance she gets. And this ain't even some made-up mess. The receipts have been out. Y'all remember when Remy Ma put those text messages on blast? The ones between Papoose and Clarissa Shields? Baby, that tea was piping hot. In those messages, Clarissa was clearly fed up because Papoose didn't even let her know when he made it home safe. And Sis kept it real, saying, "You are the one who is married. If you can't at least sleep on the phone with me or be with me in person, it shouldn't be a big deal to let me know that you made it home safe." Y'all, she said what she said, because she cares about her man. But Remy Ma, oh, she wasn't done, not even close. Sis went ahead and took it there, accusing Papoose of threatening to call the cops on her and even claiming she has audio of him putting hands on her. Now, of course, Papoose denied all that. But what he did say? Remy is just big mad because he's moved on. And let's not act like we forgot. Back in Christmas 2023, Remy Ma was all booed up with Easy the block captain. And baby, we all remember that rap battle where she straight up admitted she was in love with that man. So how, are you going to be head over heels for a whole new dude but still refusing to let Papoose go? Somebody make it make sense.
Hey, yo, Remy, don't you love me? Yeah. See, right there, that's the punchline! That's the punchline!
But if you thought that was messy, oh, just wait, because there's more. Clarissa Shields and Papoose have been out here serving real couple goals. They even gave folks a little peek into their love life when they jetted off for a whole Valentine's Day vacation. Y'all, they were out in Hawaii, just living it up. And the pics? Whew. They had them soaking up the sun, catching vibes, and just straight up chilling. And Papoose? He was right there, kicking off the very first Hawaii fest. Now, one thing about Papoose. He's going to handle business. So even in the middle of his little romantic getaway, he still made time to hop on Threads and let the people know what's up. He posted, "The show was phenomenal. So many stars pulled up. We're breaking records this year. We made history.
It's the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. I don't know.
We all know that while Papoose was out here locking in that bag, Clarissa Shields was out here locking in hearts. Sis posted the sweetest little clip of her serenading her man right there on the beach, singing, "Just the two of us, we can make it if we try." Y'all, the love was corny, but oh, it was adorable.
Touch that stage. You ready? There you go.
But they weren't the only ones out here getting jiggy with it. Because listen, this is where things get real serious. Word on the streets is that Papoose had this whole romantic getaway planned for a while. And get this, the man was trying to make it official. Allegedly, Papoose was hoping to have his divorce from Remy finalized before the trip, so he could pop the big question to Clarissa Shields on Valentine's Day. I mean, just picture it. Hawaii, the vibes, the romance in the air. It would have been perfect. But guess who had to come through and mess it all up? Yep, Remy Ma. And why? Because things with her new boo, Easy the Block Captain, weren't going how she thought they would. So now she's out here playing games and blocking Papoose from moving on. Let's be real. Remy definitely peeped how Papoose is out here giving Clarissa Shields the same love and support she used to get back in the day. And oh, you know that's got her feeling some type of way. I mean, remember when Papoose performed at Clarissa Shields' boxing match while she made her entrance? Y'all, that's a whole new level of love and hype that Remy is probably missing right about now. Watching him show up and show out for another woman like that? Yeah, that's gotta sting. But you really have to ask, is this just about her being a bitter ex? Or is there more to it? Because the way Remy is holding on this tight, it's giving, what are you really afraid of? Well, now reports are spilling that the real reason Remy won't sign those divorce papers is because she knows Papoose is coming for the alimony bag. Sis is not trying to cough up those coins. See, when one partner makes more money in a marriage, the one with less income is usually entitled to spousal support, aka alimony, after the split. And let's not act brand new. Papoose was the one holding it down all those years. When courts decide on alimony, they look at things like how long the marriage lasted, the income gap, and contributions made during the relationship. And when you look at Remy and Papoose's history, they were together for 11 years. That's over a decade, y'all. They started dating in 2004, got married in 2008, and their relationship officially ended in 2023. And here's where it gets even crazier. They got married over the phone while Remy was locked up in 2008. Now, if that ain't dedication, I don't know what is. But let's not forget, Papoose stayed 10 toes down through everything. When Remy got sentenced to prison in 2008, Papoose was right there. She got out in 2014, and he was still holding it down. They even had a whole vow renewal wedding in 2015, and by 2018, they welcomed their baby girl, Reminisce Mackenzie. Now Papoose held Remy down through some of the hardest years of her life. And now that we're talking about who deserves some support, oh yeah, he definitely has a case. But let's get into this money, because this is where things get real, messy. Remy Ma's net worth is estimated to be around $4 million, and baby, that's a whole lot more than what Papoose is sitting on. So when she looks at those divorce papers, she already knows they're most likely about to hit her with those alimony payments. A big chunk of Remy's money comes from record sales, reality TV checks, and her clothing line. And we can't forget about her 2006 debut album, There's Something About Remy, based on a true story. That album was a critical success. She might not have blown up like some of her peers, but sis always got her respect. She's been nominated for Best Female Hip-Hop Artist at the BET Awards 4 times, and even took home a win. And that's not nothing.
You surprised when Papoose wanted to marry you? After you got sentenced, because you just knew he was, you just knew he was on it.
Nah.
And I thought that was like a real stand-up thing to do.
He's one of a kind. I could definitely say that.
But let's keep it real. Even when Remy was locked up, she still stayed active in the music game. Sis dropped several mixtapes from behind bars. And you know who was out here promoting them and making sure they made some coin? Papoose. He kept her name alive when she couldn't do it herself. He was out here pushing her music, making sure people didn't forget about her, and keeping that bag in motion. That's real love and real work. And best believe, all that effort put some serious money in Remy's pockets.
Go. Besides the great performances, it was one small, tiny, itsy-bitsy incident with Ra and one of Yandy's friends, but it was nothing.
Trying to sweep someone in the road?
It was one little fight. Nowhere near me. Like a football field away.
So when Remy finally got out in 2014, she and Papoose took their love story straight to the small screen with VH1's Love and Hip Hop New York. But it didn't stop there. They got into multiple spin-offs too. And guess who was right there helping? Secure those checks? Papoose. And let's be clear, he wasn't just some background character. Nah, he was a whole part of the storyline. Their love, their struggles, their family, all of that was the reason people kept tuning in. So let's not act like Papoose wasn't just as much a star of the show as Remy was. Because yeah, he definitely played a role in bringing in those TV checks.
The most amazing, beautiful, sexy, smart, intelligent woman I ever met in my life. I love you more than anything in the world, as you know.
You want to know if I'll marry you again?
What I want to say is, will you marry me again?
So when Remy launched the Remy Ma collection in 2018, it was another bag secured. But best believe, Papoose played a role in making that happen too. A portion of the proceeds went to support women and families affected by incarceration, which was a dope move. But let's not act like Papoose wasn't out here putting in work for that brand.
Because I'm a Pisces, I love really, really, really hard. But I'm happy to, love somebody who want to, love somebody back. You know what I'm saying? He is such a sweetheart. Ain't nobody tell him to tie my goddamn boot either, but he said it wasn't laced right, so he laced it right. It was so funny.